Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back, I'm happy to be back. I'm much better, thank you very much for everyone who is checking on me. Love you all. You know who you are. Those guys who are active in the comments section, love you all. Alright, so let's check with your most important person. We're gonna have energy check reading today. The most important person in your life. It's you, darling. So let's check with you. How are you doing? You know, we're not gonna check from point of view of this, you know, every day. Oh, how are you? How are you? Like this American style. How are you? Where you don't really want to hear. How are they doing? You know. Now we're gonna try to hear your soul, your higher self. How you're really doing. Especially this reading will be helpful if you don't feel well. You feel either depressed or anxious or whatever, like some discomfort. Let's see, these are soul cards. I think, if I'm not wrong, this is the soul cards 2, set number 2. Let's have 3 cards for choice. Okay, I feel this one. All right, so number 1 will be this. Oh, so beautiful. So this is like a face. I mean, these are soul cards, so you don't have to listen to a reader. This is about your intuition, your association. So these are like metaphorical associative cards. Okay, so this looks like white pigeon. Dove of peace. Number 1 we have, I feel this is the second one. Oh, and this is third one. Number 2 looks like this. We have like a praying lady. This reminds a bit of a Rorschach test also. You know, the test to check if you're a sociopath or not. And this one. Oh, so beautiful. Mom and the kid. This looks like a leaf or an angel wing. Interesting. And also, guys, so mainly let's focus on these. I will put these on the preview image. And also for option 1, I will have this, I think it's called Wildwood or Wild Forest Tarot. Something with the forest, definitely. It's a beautiful Celtic one. So she lives in a little Celtic bag, so I totally forgot the name of the deck. It's like, you know, from this, that the huge tarot readers will understand the pain. Those huge boxes, of course I'm not going to be carrying it around. Do a small one, a tug box. Option 2, this fantastic eye. This is Haindl. Where is it? Actually, wait a second. Yes, Haindl. Haindl is actually German. I mean, I'm living now in German-speaking country, in Switzerland. German-speaking part, so it's very memorable for me because I'm not really into German, but I know I understand it, and it's kind of connection. This deck is very important for me. I'm sorry for flooding with information. It's just a flow. If I have a need to say it in the flow, I'm just gonna do it. So the third deck is Tarot of Oppositions. So we're gonna use also reversals here if it matters for you somehow. Okay, what else we do? Oh, that's it. Let's start. All right, so let's cleanse our energies. Your energy, my energy, collective energy of environment. There's gonna be 3 loud sounds, so please be careful if you're wearing headphones. We don't want to damage your ears. I'm gonna try to move away from my microphone. Hello, option 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your card from Soul Cards. This white dove of peace. All right, so let's start. This is your deck, Wildwood, if I'm not mistaken with the name, because I don't have a box from it, and I have it for a while already. All right, so where do I start? I want to use these Soul Journey lesson cards and Tao Oracle. So let's see, let's have two cards for you to also see if it's your option, if you really feel that way. If it's not your option, guys, of course, I don't know why I have to repeat it, but don't watch it. Don't be careful with the information which is like, feels odd. Or for example, of course, it's not gonna work for my views and whatever, but I mean, it's just not gonna return me bad karma for spreading toxic information to people. If you feel like you're missing, like you're just losing, you're listening but you're not hearing or something. It just, your higher self is like, hey, this information is either not for us. We know the answer without the reading or without a video you're watching. It's just not applicable, not only to tarot readings. Just like from time to time, I feel a need, the flow, the universe for me feels a need to basically deliver somehow a manual how to communicate with the universe. So hey, when universe says does this means that. So guys, so bear with me. It's for all your own good, not for me just bullshitting. If I wanted to just bullshit, I would just like do it without camera on. Why not? Why not to go crazy totally? Okay, waiting. Your energy here, waiting. We have this beautiful pregnant woman. Please notice that she's pregnant here. It might be a sign of something. I mean, it's not. It shouldn't be only about the physical, actual pregnancy. For example, when you're like as if you're pregnant with a project, with an idea, with your own new self. The transformation periods we have. So basically, 9 months. It's a important time, like how to say, time slot for a human body to regenerate. Like each 7 years, we just transform all the cells in our body. So each 7 years, you're like a new person, basically. And 9 months, it's something for, regenerate your psyche. Waiting, perseverance, take care of essentials, restraint, leave well enough alone, moderation, right timing. So this bit of waiting mode. Limitation, yeah, you're in some kind of limited position, maybe something which is out of your control, or maybe it's your decision to put certain limitations, like ascetic practices. When you, like, some people go celibate for a certain period, yeah, but be careful. This celibate or any limitation thing, it works in occultism for a short period of time. If you go like celibate for all your life, you end up like this crazy fucked up Christian saints, because look at their actions in the end. It's just I'm keep on continuing my anti-Christian thing. Just because I'm Taoist and Zen Buddhist, and in Buddhism there is a very interesting thing. Just think about it. If you're like convinced in Christianity or something, or this Christian norms, like the only, this kind of trading to get into heaven thing. Oh, I'm a good person, I want to go to heaven. I was reading one of the Buddhist sutras, and actually it was Taoist, something Taoist, and this is true if you see. So basically, the universe can resolve all the problems. And look, the most historical, the biggest historical tragedies are actually initiated by people who are trying to do good. They know how everything should work. They're like imposing their help and inflicting their goodwill on people, though never asked. So that's why, just keep on, repeating, putting a seed for those who are doubting. If you are thinking about changing religion, please do. Self-discipline, practice, self-respect, introspection, ritual, cultivate patience, build up energy, maturity. Okay. All right, and I already saw this bottom of the deck energy before completion. We're not gonna read all of it. Uncertainty, yeah. Waiting, limitation, something you're not sure about the result. If you're gonna succeed, if it's gonna work out, or you have to wait. Something is out of your control. All right, and let's see. Discipline, again, discipline. So this is your situation. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. All right, my dear. So if you recognized yourself, let's see. So how are you doing? Let's ask your soul. Let's ask your higher self. I mean, soul and higher self, it's one and the same entity. I'm thinking how to have this spread. Okay, let's ask your higher self how you're doing. And let's ask, I just really want to focus on this period of time, especially we have this beautiful pregnant lady here, on inner child, on this mother childhood energies, which, it doesn't have to be like physically giving birth. It's about, mothering yourself and taking care of yourself as real mother should. So before we go into parenting someone else, we should experiment on ourselves. That's definitely better, safer for the children. Okay, this one. So let's see, higher self. Oh my God, this very interesting that this card, this is the Judgment card, the 20th major arcana. This is the apocalyptic card, the revelation card. And here it's called the Great Bear, the Great Judgment. So the like Judgment Day. So basically waiting for the decision or taking some very serious decision. This is awakening energy. This is shifting to a new reality energy. That's why I see that you're waiting. Basically, there's some kind of a transformation. Judgment, what's the difference between the death and Judgment arcanas would be like death would just a natural process. Something should die inside of you for something new to be born. But Judgment, it's like, yeah, something died inside of you, definitely, but also all the reality around you changes. So it's like all the life-changing events that life will never be the same. It's not only you who will never be the same, it's all your reality. I mean, usually this card is karmic, so it depends, like, hey, if you created good karma, of course the changes will be fantastic, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you created a bad karma, look what's happening in the world since 2019. You don't have to be a cultist to notice that something is happening, something like really actively in a very short period happening. This is a sign someone is communicating with us, definitely. It's like, hey, wake up. So this is a wake-up energy. So your higher self tells you that this is very important. If you're feeling a bit low or limited or something is off, for a reason, for a good reason, you need to go through this period. Usually Judgment, it's energy. It's not that you can create this kind of energy in your life. It just happens and you just have to be open and, receive. Like, yes, the universe, yes, God, call it what you want. I mean, I don't push on the religions or something. I'm just super against Christianity because I'm gonna record a big video. I'm gonna explain why if you're interested. So you just write down the topics if you want to hear me just talking without cards about some stuff. So I'm gonna write it down, and whenever I feel like the flow is right, I'm gonna do it. Okay. So please, higher self, our dear option 1, tell me more. The foundation of life, Ace of Pentacles, that is serious. All your material reality is transforming now. So no wonder you're feeling a bit restriction, this discipline, limitation, something, because you're building new foundations. And this can bring really good monetary success. I mean, we shouldn't, chase money because it never makes you happy. Chase happiness, and money will follow you. So basically here's this kind of situation. Chase happiness, chase your true self, your true life. So maybe you're in this period, it's like, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna quit this 9-to-5 job and I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I don't care for half a year I'm gonna be poor ass, I'm just gonna do it because I love it, I'm not gonna compromise myself. This kind of energy. You're building new foundations of your life. So this is a very, very serious shifts, and it takes its toll on you. So don't be rough to yourself, don't be too demanding with yourself. You have this kind of disciplined plan you created, so you need to follow it, but also make pauses, make breaks, like maintenance. In this like Formula One, for example, rally, they have this very quick maintenance stop, like something like that, but don't forget about it. So don't go too hardcore USSR style, this kind of, I know something about that, just like, because in English the phrase do or die sounds do or die, but only in Russian it sounds die but do. You see this kind of attitude. Okay, I want a third card from your higher self, third and a fourth somehow. I've been given more than I want. Wow, and all the major arcanas and the ace, this is a very serious reading. The universe speaks to us, and this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Look at this, so beautiful. 2 forest dragons, balance. This is temperance, white and red. Passion and serenity, finding its balance in you. So guys, it just, if it feels off, it's okay. Give yourself time. And the polar star, the star. Guiding light, healing, guiding light. So you're going right direction. But notice the mystery or the symbolism of the star major arcana. So actually we are walking in the darkness, being guided by one single star somewhere far away. We don't know what's that star is all about, but we know we're connected. So this is something what happens. You're walking in the darkness, you don't know what's going to happen, but you believe in it. So keep on doing that, guys. This is a very serious, so you need not to, we're going to get to advice section, of course. Advice from spirit, advice from universe, but I see already, so you need not to, don't quit on yourself. Like in this cool song of Beyonce, I mean, like, this is the part of USA I love. People like that. Because winners don't quit on themselves, guys. So you just need to follow through. Yeah, the emotional, let me clarify your emotional state, because it feels like it's pretty low. Oh, wait a second. It's actually, nine of wands here. But here this card is called respect. But 9 of wands is resistance. It's actually, I'm gonna do it. I know I don't want it. I don't have energy, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and you're totally right here. But 6 of cups, it's a reunion energy. Wait a second. It's actually good emotional. But what was that heaviness? I felt some heaviness here. 2 of wands, the decision. So maybe the heaviness is connected whether, am I doing right? Yes, you're doing right. If you're following your soul. So if you're following that inner voice, you're not following some, what other people doing, what the society tells me, what the social expectation, who is thought to be a successful person or who is thought to be a loser. So, you just like, you can treat me as a loser, but I'm going to do me, I don't care. All right. Let's just ask quickly also how your inner child is feeling now. Because the 6 of cups is connected with inner child. Oh, 6 of, again, look, 6 of cups. This card is connected reunion. This connection with your own soul, with your inner child. Your inner child is okay, so this is the most important. If your ego is feeling bad, yeah, that's the point of ego, yeah. Like, slap that bastard, of course, but be very nice to your inner child. So here, inner child is safe. We can carry on. Okay, so just I totally have no plan for this reading. I'm doing it spontaneously, so I'm thinking what I ask next and how not to forget. Okay, let's go to energy check. How are you doing? Everything is fine. Maybe like a piece of advice from spirit. Oh, okay. This bottom of the deck energy here, again, this 9 of wands, this resistance, and 9 of swords, but 9 of swords here, it's called, first of all, 9 of arrows, and it's not the fierce card. Look at this neo-pagan deck. It's dedication. So this 9 of swords, it's rather not like, oh my God, I'm so anxious, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm not afraid anymore. How I remembered this Eminem song, I'm Not Afraid. And plenty of memes with him and Lady Gaga and like the meat dress or something. I don't know if you remember that, or maybe I'm too old, a little dinosaur. Dedication. It's like this person, you see they had all these arrows and this is like the last arrow of theirs. So it's like I have to shoot my last arrow, but I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to be successful. Because I believe it. It's not about I want to be successful because other people will think like whatever. It's because I know that it's true for me. Okay. Page of Cups. Otter. I don't know if maybe you have connection to this animal, but this is also inner child, like our innocence in us, our feeling, ability to be naive and open, which is usually lost when we grow up. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not lost if you take care of your inner child. That's why we should do it. So guys, being open, tending more to your emotions, taking care of your inner child, of something, just let yourself, maybe you had some kind of childhood dream, like to get a cat, for example. I mean, like it's time for you to something like from your childhood, either a reminder or like, fulfilling your childhood dream to have a cat or a dog. That would be something which would lift you up. But don't worry also, because this judgment energy, it's very turbulent. It feels like there's no ground under your feet. But trust me, you're jumping now and the universe will catch you. This is this situation of full transformation of your life. And you basically, something you set your mind on, let me just clarify. 8 of bows, Heathfire, and 8 of stones. Interesting, 8-8. So maybe if you want, you can check the angel numerology, 8-8. 2 8s, that's like 2 lemons, the infinity signs would be infinity. Heath fire. Here we see these people connecting, and skill and connection to people. So don't forget to connect with other people when you're focusing on your goals and your job. And actually these two eights, it's like one is the quickest one, swiftness, 8 of wands, and another one is the slowest one because it's very methodical and prudent. So like, try to be somewhere in the middle between this I'm gonna do everything perfectly and I have to do it quick and I have to do it now. So somewhere in the middle between this. So yeah, something you planned for yourself is totally right for you. So absolutely, universe is happy. Okay, another piece of advice. I kept it in my hand and I forgot that I had it. Ace of arrows. So this is Ace of swords, the breath of life. 10 of vessels, which is 10 of cups with happiness. How I love this. For me, this is like a true depiction of happiness. Look. You can like feel how the water flows from this card. I love it. So this is fulfillment energy. So, keep in mind this Ace of swords can be awareness, mindfulness practices to try to clean your mind, or it might be about law of attraction. So keep in this idea of fulfillment, being already grateful to universe for everything you have. So basically, if you want to make living from something which is your hobby now, you should go like, thank you universe that now you gave me this present that I can finally do. So as if it happened already. You can do journaling like that, the gratitude diary with actually things you want. Next little piece of advice. I remembered. Oh my god. I wanted to use this, one of my favorites, is very powerful energetically deck, Dreams of Gaia, one of my most respected decks. So actually I wanted to have a piece of advice from Gaia, because Gaia is our Mother Earth. Our great mother. We're living on her surface and not acting in a nice way, in my opinion. We should humble down humans a little bit, definitely. All right, dear Gaia, what would you tell, a piece of advice from you to option 1? Okay. Ooh, King of Earth and Wisdom. Oh, so this is a time for you. I feel this is rather, I don't feel like it's something with a person. If you're this King of Earth, Earth sign, for example, it's gonna work more. You don't have to be masculine, you don't have to be a man. You can be a woman, just more in male energies now, which is okay. We're shifting energies. So that's totally fine being genderly fluid. It's like in occultism, it's kind of normal as like bisexuality, for example. It's like not weird, kind of fine. Yeah, don't make a big deal of it. King of Earth and Wisdom. So basically some practical earthly wisdom. This is a time to build, you had this new foundation. So this is time to use all your wisdom and be very practical and rational. But I feel like there's yeah, of course, because there's a card here. Faith. All right. Faith and discipline, faith and organization. So, this will be this disciplined attitude, but it's a bit too, the universe is saying it's a bit too harsh, on yourself. It's like, I'm going to work, as if you're a prisoner or something. You're like beating yourself up. So this is like very organized, rational. It's like, if I want to achieve the result, I have to plan, I have to make order, I have to make actions. But there's a second part, you cannot achieve your goal just manifesting, just laying on a couch and just, I believe in it. No. You have to go and make practical steps. But also, you cannot achieve it just with practical steps and complete disbelief in yourself. So don't forget this connection of, if I had my moonology right here, it's there, but anyway, I'm abusing people with moonology because I love it so much and I always use the advice. So there would be balance, practicality, and spirituality. Alrighty, so let's ask Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Little piece of advice for you. Energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. I love all these artworks. All these decks, very beautiful deck. Okay, gonna ask also Messenger Oracle. This is the same author and artist as Dreams of Gaia Tarot. It's my first Oracle deck, actually. Time to reflect. Very interesting. Time to reflect, time to think, and also here that we have this reflection. You know, time to reflect on your inner contradictions, oppositions. Try to understand all the, like if you have this inner conflict, try to go in one persona and another and have a dialogue between them, the fighting sides inside of you. Time to reflect. And the final message for today. Okay, I feel this one. The Rose Oracle. Healing the mother line. Healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. Oh, check this channel. I found it like a long time ago and it really helped me at one point. I was doing really a lot of heavy, like crazy ancestral mother line work myself. So I know something about it. Check Sandra Rolus, R-O-L-U-S, with the coolest practice she has, just on YouTube, free to listen to it, womb healing. Sandra Rolus, womb healing. If I don't forget, I'm gonna link it somewhere, but you know, I'm Aquarius, I can be too chaotic. Alrighty, hopefully I don't forget. Right guys, option 1. So you're doing fine, despite the certain irritation here I see. Happy for you. So all the best to you, and I see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello option 2, welcome to your reading. So today we're checking how your most important person is doing. You. So let's see. Okay, so for you, we have this Haindl tarot with this wonderful eye. I mean, I really like to stare into this eye. I mean, I don't know, it's like a dragon's eye or whatever. Cool. And wait a second, what was your card? Yeah, this one. Option 2, this lady here. She looks like she's praying. It's a praying position, right? Yeah, looks like. Okay. So let's see, this spread is totally in the flow, so I didn't prepare any questions or something. But for option 1, I channeled the idea, so let's ask, how are you doing? Let's ask your higher self, which is your soul, and let's ask your inner child, because these are like a bit different inner entities from our psyche structure. All right, so, yeah, I wanted to start. Sorry guys, being spontaneous Aquarius, as each Aquarius should be, chaotic. Let's start with Tao Oracle, and this is a soul journey lesson card. Okay, so let's ask your higher self, how are you doing? How are your higher self is doing now? Oh well, that's a bit of heavy energy here. First one is, okay, if numbers are relevant for you, 18 and 29, these can be ages actually, so maybe it's relevant. Work on what has been spoiled. This one here we have. Healing, correct past mistakes, make repairs, clean up corruption, restore balance, responsible action. And the abysmal, oh, look how it looks. It's a very dark water. I have this association with Scorpio and 8th house and Pluto from this card, abysmal. Yeah, because Scorpio would be symbolically like abyss. Very deep, dangerous water. It's water element. Danger, insecurity, overwhelm, unpredictability, hazardous conditions, dark emotions, facing fears, courage. Okay, guys, I hope you're not in somewhere like, you know, Ukraine currently, which is a war zone, so my condolences if you lost someone or something terrible happened, because here's heavy energy. Let's also check with this card how your higher self is doing. Doubt. Okay. So basically this energy says that you're more living from your rational mind, and this higher self never has doubts. Our soul has no doubts. It's just like our mind is doubting what our soul is recommending us to do. So we always have that inner voice inside of our head, but we rarely listen to it because we think like, oh, it's just something crazy. I don't know, but this is universe. This is the God talking to us. And while I don't know whose phrase it, God, I forgot this. Mark Twain, I think it's one of my favorite actually childhood writers. I think it's his phrase. So yeah, God knocks in your door every once in a while, but most probably at that time you were in the bar next door, so something like that. Okay guys, so, and guys, humor is in this situation. If I'm joking. It's not because I'm devaluing your situations. It's to, like, create a bit of ease and easygoing energy, because laughter is also one of the best therapies. If we really laugh at our problems, I mean, not at the stage when it's like really serious and you cannot do it, but after, if you laugh well at your problem, it just lets go and releases you. How is your higher self doing, or how your higher self is telling us you're doing? Whoa, 10 of Cups. Here we had this bit dark energy. I mean, it feels like very, very contradictory, because here we had this dark energies and here we have this success 10 of Cups energy. So it feels like your higher self through this, I feel energetically that it's a bit... this strength card supports the idea, a bit of resistance. The situation, it makes you either resist, or you're resisting actually the flow of life. Life tries to take you somewhere through some destructive energy. So basically, your higher self, your soul, is trying to take you back, to work on what has been spoiled, take you back to this 10 of Cups, this fulfillment, happiness energy, this card of emotional success. So basically, being happy with what you have. Happiness is not about having what you want, but about wanting what you have. So 4 of Wands, perfection. So yeah, it's like kind of energy of mastering something. So I feel like through some kind of catharsis. So like through, but it's a principle of healing. Through, God, I forgot the English word. Google Translate moment. Oh damn, no wonder I didn't know that word. Come on, it's crazy. Exacerbation of the disease. It's like, when in the healing process, when things go like worse, it's like you're doing the healing job and it gets worse. So this kind of going worse, it's actually a part of healing. So the body detoxes. Remember when you did detox or something, you feel a bit shitty first days. It's like, what is going on? Yeah, because the toxins come to the surface. So this is something what happens with you psychologically. Because this higher self position, maybe because I asked, like, what your higher self thinks you should feel like. And here I asked, actually, look, universe is always on point. It's like, it's me, tarot reader sometimes. Like, and here I asked, how are you feeling? So this is how your brain thinks you're feeling, this rational kind of idea. Like, oh my God, everything is terrible, I'm in doubt. But this is how your higher self is cheering you up. It's like, hey, of course we are going through this darker moment. We have to fight. We have to struggle. But this is for our own good. So let's go back to our happiness. So some kind of situation, it's something from the past. It maybe you have a repeating situation. It doesn't have to be repeating like same people, same town, same company, I don't know, same person in love relationship or same friend or whatever. But it might be like a very similar one. So basically, remember, if something is reminding you past situations, so you need not to make the same mistake here. This is the message from your higher self. Let's check how your inner child is doing. How is your inner child doing? The Hermit, feels a bit abandoned because the parent, inner parent went too serious. Yeah. Old man, Father of Stones in the West, which is King of Pentacles here. I love this deck with this national. So it's like Native Americans for Pentacles, Indian culture, I think, Egyptian. What else we have there? Scandinavian, like Norse for Cups. Okay, like Odin, Freya, these guys. Okay. So yeah, too practical, too material attitude. The inner child is like, hey, you abandoned me, my mommy or daddy. What would your inner child want you to do? Well, how could you? Interesting. Ace of Pentacles, and here we have this Pentacles energy. Well, so basically something you're working in the material world, so some kind of foundation, or maybe it's like given a chance, seeding a plant, starting something. So I don't know, I don't want to go in too much details and check all what's happening, what's, better your situation. It's not the question of the reading. The question of the reading is energy check. How do you feel? So we're not trying to guess whatever is happening. I mean, tarot could do that, but why would we experiment like that? Okay, so whenever, guys, so it's like your inner child would recommend you to grab the chance, to grasp the chance. So there was this kind of, remember this, work on something what has been spoiled. So this is like a repeating situation to actually get you out of the dark energies. But you might get scared, you might not understand, you know. This is the moments when we need to connect with our inner child, our soul. Try to meditate, listen to some practices. Don't listen to stuff on YouTube, meaning like all this kind of, you know, rational stuff. Like go a bit more right hemisphere, not the left hemisphere. So that would help you definitely. Okay, inner child. Okay, Ace of Pentacles work. So inner child is like, yeah, okay, go for your work. It's important now. All right, so does your inner child feel abandoned or something? Well, yeah, Four of Cups, mixed happiness. But yeah, there's this some kind of a chance, something, it might be connected to your work, your goals, something you wanted, or it's a chance life gives you. So if there was something spoiled, like you missed another chance, like you could change your career, for example, 3 years ago, for example, just an example. It doesn't have to be your situation. But you didn't. You were like, oh no, I'll stay in my office. 9 to 5 jobs is very stable. But after, like, for example, you get fired here because of some crisis or whatever, right? Because it happens all over the world now. We all know why and because of who. So you just take in that chance, not missing that chance again. Here's this Empress energy, Empress success. So this is connected about your worth. So maybe you don't feel worthy enough. So you have to deserve. Again, master key to release this unworthiness, inner child. So you can just visualize your inner child as a child, you know, and reparent yourself. You can find some guided meditations. You can Google on that. Some, if you have no clue how this stuff done, like just visualize what I do. Yeah, it just basically you reimagine your past in a certain way. So yeah, inner child work would definitely help here. But yeah, so these steps and practical. So grasping this chance, not losing this chance, connected to material reality, something like either financial or like material, like changing your job or like moving, relocating, for example. Not losing a chance. Yeah, this is the message here. Alrighty, so let's get a piece of advice from this beautiful Dreams of Gaia tarot. Gaia is Mother Earth. So let's listen to guidance of Mother Earth. Okay, option 2. What we were talking about this, right? Left hemisphere. Look. Emotions, intellect. This is balancing card from here. This deck doesn't have pages. It has this card. So it's balancing between your emotions and intelligence. And here, bottom... Oh my God, look at this bottom of the deck energy. Oh my God. Queen of Swords. This very rational, feminine energy. And the child. The child and Queen of Swords. So basically, trying to be a bit more fun towards you. Yeah, you need to kind of... I feel in this pile, you need to be very like quick and disciplined and methodical with something you're doing. So like there's a chance coming, you need to grasp it, you know. But, you know, be more sweet and tender to your inner child. This balance, finding the balance between emotions and intelligence. Because of course we cannot just live from our heart all the time. There are certain activities like, you know, business, job, studies where you need to go intellectual, rational, you know. So, but there are some spheres like communication with yourself or with your family where we shouldn't use intelligence. We shouldn't be judging or like finding, oh, so my mother said this, maybe she wanted to blah blah. No. Don't search this kind of, maybe you should think twice when your business partner says something, you know, because you don't know this person and it's money connected, but it's not your mother or your partner or your child, you know, because sometimes we just confuse, we forget to take off those business shoes when we come home, you know, and we need to love our family, not to be a bitch. But please be a bitch at work. Yes, that's a good place to be a bitch. You know, you should be like, yes, I'm the boss here. I'm the boss of my life. You don't boss me around. So yeah, totally fine. But we just need to use proper energies in proper situations. Here, Dreams of Gaia advice. Again, 10 of Cups energy here. This card is called in this deck Universal Love. So try to feel the love of the universe. Guys, we are never alone. And whenever, guys, if you're like, feel you're really left alone, I had such situations in my life. This is the greatest gift of life, because you finally understand, hey, but I'm never alone, because I always have universe. There's always someone to embrace me and catch me when I'm falling. Actually, you don't always have to count on people, but yeah, you don't have to close off from people, because people are cool. I mean, they write a very cool, nice commentary in my comments section. Thank you. Intuition, guys, intuition. So listen to your intuition. Try to be less queen of air, queen of intelligence ratio, but more intuitive. So this is the time for you to develop more intuition. Actually, the source of your hesitation and anxiety is your brain, basically, your rational mind. Alrighty, so let's get a few more pieces of advice from universe, and we're gonna close this reading. All right, Sufi Wisdom Oracle will tell us, live in the moment. What you're looking for is with you. So, Messenger Oracle. Okay, this one I feel. See the signs. The universe is talking to you. See the signs. Listen to your intuition. Don't listen only to the obvious things, like obvious to your rationals. This is the period when the universe is trying to, retrain you into more right hemisphere mode. Okay, and the last, the two here I see. Yeah, this is the energy I felt here. So, and this is very corresponding to the first card. I like actually when the first and last card, it's like the circle is complete, we can finish the reading. Work on what has been spoiled, and here we have wastelands. Even the imagery is a bit similar for me, some certain kind of the same bit like desperate emotion. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Yes, so guys, tend to your garden. There's a lot of this practical kind of emphasis, or like something you can, material reality, not obligatory connected to money, but just something material. So some actions are needed, but you need to take decisions with a clear mind, and like not the clear mind, but rather intuition. We should be careful with the mind. This mind. Keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. My dear, you're never alone. Come chat with me. I mean, yeah, write something back. I love you all, and I see you in the next reading. Bye. Option 3. Hello and welcome to your reading. So today we're checking how are you doing? How your most important person in your life, you, is doing. So, and I already took this deck. This is Tarot of Opposition. So here we're gonna work with reversals. It's not my style, but this deck really makes you work with reversals. So has you interested. And I already, the two cards from bottom of the deck have fallen out. So what I see here, we have the reversed. So this might be a signifying energy, what you're going through. Many people go through this kind of stage. It's like this fight of rationality. This is reversed King of Swords. This is like a shadow side of King of Swords. Yeah, definitely. Okay, this one is a more, this one looks more cheerful. This is the upright, and this one is a bit gloomy guy. Oh, well, what to say? King of Swords. You know this song by Sade, King of Sorrow. So this will be the best depiction. I'm King of Sorrow. So it feels like I'm crying everyone's tears. From this lyrics from this song, Sade, King of Sorrow. But we have upright Hangman. So this is energy of initiation, a trial. So Hangman is always about going through uncomfortable state. It's like, like giving a sacrifice in a certain way, like sacrifice to your own self. It's not about, like, oh, I'm being a martyr, like just let me suffer a bit. It's masochism. It's not the proper, it would be the reversed Hangman. It's like, oh, I'm just suffering here. I'm such a martyr. No, it's not gonna take you anywhere. It's just gonna, make your life miserable. And those around you, that thank you very much. They will be very grateful for this. So here I see that this is, negative energies for a reason. We shouldn't only live in, this kind of positivity, oh, brave new world, by Aldous Huxley. Everyone is happy, there is place for negativity and sorrow in our life. So basically now you're going through some, like necessary sorrow, maybe a mourning process. If you lost someone, my condolences, guys. If something like terrible happened, very sorry, but, let's not dwell in that energy, because it's necessary to respect the negative energies you have. Really one of the this classical psychologist, the only one I respect, is Carl Jung. He's actually Swiss. Now I live in Switzerland. Oh, what's up? And I was studying actually in my psychology degree in a school named after Carl Jung. It's very interesting. So connection to this guy, because I really feel like in psychology he's the only guy who you can. Stanislav Grof also was like, it's not the Sigmund Freud. That's just, his theories are totally fucked up and discredited for a reason. So Carl Jung said, again, he get inspired from Eastern philosophies. It's not a surprise. So he said about depression. Depression, it's like a lady dressed in black, so she's mourning. It's like widow energy. If she comes to you, invite her to your home, sit her as a dear guest at your table, and ask her what she wants to tell you. So depression is always a messenger which delivers something to you, something very important. I mean, like memento mori, we tend to forget. In Western culture, people tend to forget that death exists. It's like, it's like euphemism. We try not to, oh, we're going to live forever. Or no, we're all going to die. And yeah, we can still be happy with remembering that, because if you remember that you're going to die once, you're living more fully, because, hey, this is going to be over at some point. So this, I already see this kind of energies. If it's your reading, now you know. If it's not yours, leaving something, you didn't take a chance, or you left or something, because it reversed Eight of Cups with upright Ace of Pentacles. So there's a real chance and a fake goodbye. I don't know, I have this kind of poetic mood today. Fake goodbye, real chance, but fake departure. Okay, all right, so let's ask your higher self, how do you feel? And let's ask your inner child, the most important parts of our psyche, to make sure that you're doing totally fine. Our higher self, which is our soul, basically our core, and inner child, which is a bit a different entity inside of us, but very valuable, like the actual children. Actually, I'm trying to share like also my culture a bit, because I would not call myself neither Russian or Ukrainian. I'm mix of many nationalities, so I'm like a walking USSR. But in a Russian-speaking culture, there is this thing. Some people use it, of course, ironically, but we call children. Children are flowers of life. Flowers of life. Sometimes people, use it ironically when a child is yelling on a plane, you're going through the Atlantic Ocean, there's a kid crying behind you, like children, flowers of life. Yeah, but I mean, seriously, flowers of life. And we all have our own inner child. It's not about, obligatory giving birth to someone, it just, you can be a mother or father to yourself. And this way you become a better person, you're a better person to everyone else. Not, you're not pretending to be a good person for people to be like, oh, she's a good person. You don't give a shit about that. You're like, no, I really want to, I don't want to mess up my karma again. So how your higher self feels. Okay. The Cauldron, one of my favorite cards here. Alchemical Cauldron. Inner alchemy, mastery, spiritual renewal, consecrate, contain, rejuvenation, discerning wisdom. It's like a maturing, coming of age card for me. So yeah, definitely you're letting go. The Hangman is letting go of something. Yeah, you're letting it go with a bit of too much negativity or sorrow or something. Maybe, maybe it's reasonable. Maybe you have a reason. But this, since the King of Swords is reversed, so it's already a shadow. It's okay to be in the shadow side. We all have shadow sides, but, don't abuse it. Don't do it at your own expense when, you could already be happy and enjoy life, but you're still depressed, Okay. Deliverance. Release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction, finding a solution, exhilaration. Guys, but this is a bottom of the deck energy. So this is, I don't feel like it's something, this is the process, this cauldron is like inner alchemy. Something is boiling, basically cooking, but there is a time when it will be ready. So this is the moment when this deliverance, so you will be delivered from your emotions, delivered from your madness. I don't remember from which song is that, but it's different. It's some song. Deliver me from my madness. Oh yeah, we are all mad here, definitely. Okay, so how your higher self, option 3, he's feeling now? Okay, honesty. So it's a moment of truth. So you realized something, maybe something you didn't want to realize. So this is like very interesting how this hangman is like, we see this. I mean, it's a pretty classical depiction, but anyway. So we see this guy is hanging here. Let me see his emotion. Yes, he's pretty chill. He's like, yes, everything is going fine. I hang myself here on my own will because I want to go through this process, you know. And we have this dawning. So dark night of the soul is always ending at the dawn. Oh my god, sorry. I just pulled my these microphones. I mean, the Bluetooth microphone doesn't work properly, but the cabled ones are... Oh, totally hate cables. Yeah, just hit my cable with my foot, sorry. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. This is a very great moment. You know, it's a moment of truth when you basically stopped lying to yourself about a situation, about something, about yourself. Like, moment of this is huge. Of course, the moment when you accept the truth, which you didn't want to accept about yourself, it's very painful. This guy, this king of sorrow here. Peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Guys, so this is the process of cleansing. So you're detoxing, emotional detoxing. Of course, you go through all this. I was talking about it, I think, in a pile 1 or pile 2. Yeah, I was translating that crazy word. Okay, let me see my Google Translate. What was it? I couldn't remember it. Who would remember this word? English is not my native language. Exacerbation of the disease. It's like in the healing process, first things go much worse and after you heal. So, but you know, it scares people. It's like, what? I'm paying you to heal me. What is going on, you know? So yeah, this might be this exacerbation. I totally forgot the word again. Like, whatever. Just too complicated for me. Okay, so how your inner child is doing. Let's see. How your inner child is doing. Well, your inner child is not feeling fine, I will tell you. 7 of Pentacles reversed. I mean, look at this facial expression. This is actually a child. This is a girl here on the card. This one is pretty positive here, and this is a bit, it's like a bit like a bored or abandoned kind of energy. Hey, where is something interesting? I just saw it many times. I'm not happy with this. There's some kind of 7 of Pentacles is waiting, energy of waiting, or I'll just say like procrastinating. Yeah, procrastinating. And here we had this Tower. It's about how your inner child is. I don't like this energy. This reversed Tower is about this kind of, you know, breakdown, actually a breakdown, emotional, mental breakdown, not the breakthrough, because the positive Tower would be like, yeah, I lost something. But this is something about the truth. It's all this reading is connected, or all your feelings, with some kind of information. So there's like enlightening. So guys, this is painful because you just learned it, but you know, you will see that this actually helped you. So maybe someone told you something which really hurt you, but it was truth, for example, right? And you took it to your heart, and it started this, initiated this transformation process within you to cleanse yourself from that energy. You know, not to repeat that again. You know, if you don't like to be associated with something, I don't know what's here, but it's definitely some enlightenment energy here, which is connected to a lot of pain. So basically, releasing it. You need to feel it. Again, I don't remember whose phrase. I need to Google it. Totally love it. I heard it like many years ago. I use it all my life. Unfortunately, the quickest and the only way out from hell is only through. So, you know, the way out of hell is only through. And here we have this inner child. We asked 7 of Pentacles reversed, but the 9 of Pentacles is upright. So your inner child is a bit unhappy, like, hey, you abandoned me. Where is my love energy? And you play the role of successful for someone else, you know, just like, because this is energy of like, on the surface, my persona, my social mask is like, everything is super successful, nice, but your inner child, so basically how you treat yourself innerly, not your outside image, what people will think about me, but who you are inside, you know, your inner child. With all your weaknesses, vulnerabilities, this is our inner child, basically someone weak, right? Someone immature, someone childish, yeah, who lives in us and every one of us. So, you know, you need to treat, if you're abusing your inner child, you're a fucking abuser. And I'm going to come and deal with you. So, let me see what can you give to your inner child, or what could you do? because definitely the secret to our mental balance is starting work with inner child, so working with your emotions first. I mean, mind, emotions, but in case we're emotionally uncontrollable, so we have like this kind of like how to say, mood swings, like a bit bipolar mode. You don't have to be, it's not diagnosis or something, that's psychiatric, but just a bit of bipolarity, you know. I used to be joking about myself like I think like 10-15 years ago that I'm bipolar because I was very explosive. Yeah, and I'm like, I want to be explosive, so this person I want to yell at, I'm gonna do it, you know. And if you think I'm bipolar, that's your opinion, you know. Good that you know this medical term. Page of, I'm trying to understand if it's reversed or upright. Page of Wands, upright here. Okay, upright. This is about passion, inspiration, something interesting. Yeah, the inner child is bored here. It's bored. You know, it's too much seriousness here. We started with this King of Swords, too much thoughts, too much, everything is so serious. Everything is like, so, you know, your inner child wants some fun here. Definitely give me some fun. The inner child, yes, the Empress, give me some mother care. Even if you're male, of course you can reparent yourself and be your own mommy. You don't have to go and search for a woman, you know, like call your mom and be like, hey, you didn't give me this love when I was a child. I hate you. You know, like she was also traumatized. She didn't know how to give it because she wasn't given something, you know. So now we all have internet, you know. We should use it not to watch some shitty Netflix series, but you know, like you can now in internet you can get another higher education totally for free. You can get healed for YouTube because there are a lot of awesome tarot readers who are honestly just doing their job because they just try to make the world better place, because they know if you do cool stuff towards people, it always comes back. That's it. It's not something like monetary interest. I mean, maybe for someone, who knows. Empress, Page of Wands. So this is excitement energy, something interesting. It's like a spark of life. So you need to bring a spark of life. So you need to first pay attention to your inner child, because it feels like in this pile, this reversed King of Swords, and my favorite King of Swords guy, because I'm Aquarius, so this is a shadowy side of me, the King of Swords, reversed King of Swords. So I pretty much know it. And since I'm like rather you know, in modern terms, it would be called a genderly fluid person, because I'm being psychologically a man. But in my opinion, excuse me, I'm just a woman as they used to be before patriarchate. That's it. We all used to be like that. Hello. All right, so what could you give else to your inner child? So here we were talking about honesty, and here we have this upright Ace of Swords. This is talking more than about honesty. So this is being crystal clear, and there's some kind of idea or a thought, or you understood something became very clear to you. So this kind of idea, it's actually a master key for you, so you need to follow it through. You don't need to oppress it or repress it. So basically, if for example there was an idea like, hey, so what, like creating this, building my empire, trying to be the coolest because I'm my mother didn't give me enough love in my childhood, you know, like some revelation of something, like, or but it feels like it's connected with, I'm not sure, I don't think it's connected to people. It might be like the family, so something like parental issue, or your own. So it's like attitude, your own attitude towards you. So it's, and of course, if we treat ourselves, I just didn't notice that this deck was here with the fear as bottom of the deck energy. Yeah, fear. The fear is your biggest enemy right now. So the truth is your biggest friend in this situation, guys. So only the truth, even if it's painful, can guide you through this situation. But fear is your enemy. So don't give in to fear. Just give in to truth, however painful it's now. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. All right, so now, did I ask how your higher self feels? I think before I even asked, the universe gave me this reversed King of Swords energy. Yeah, okay, totally, yeah. Can close off the reading. Okay, what? Nine of Swords, the star, yes, the world, because the world is up right here, yep. Almost done. So, guys, let's get to our advice section, guidance section. This is Dreams of Gaia, one of my favorite, one of the decks I respect, I would say. Not the playful one, but the serious one. Gaia is Mother Earth. So let's ask for a piece of advice from Mother Earth for you, my dear. Option 3. All right. This card of mastery. 10 of Wands or 10 of Fire. So keep on doing you. Don't stop the process. You're going through a lot of painful emotions created by your thoughts, but you need to cleanse it. You need to let it go. So you cannot let it go. Remember this phrase. The only way out from hell is always through. So you need to go through. And this is like the last stage. Don't give up. Don't give up. Truth, peace, honesty is your friend in this situation. Let me see. Something else Gaia wants to share with you. Again, the situation. So that's why I feel like some topics should be done actually as collective readings, because they overlap. All the 3 options today definitely overlap. Again, we have, if you checked out the second pile option, you saw this kind of, there was King of Air, not King of, exactly this card, Queen of Air, Queen of Swords energy, but there was a child, and here we have Mother, which is Empress. Mother, and very strict, harsh towards herself or himself person. So again, guys, to mother yourself, you don't have to be a female for sure. It's not that you need to have uterus to mother yourself in the visualization. You can be male, you can be very alpha male type, and it's fine if you're gonna cry a little bit at this meditation. It's totally justified. And like, man, feel free to cry whenever you want. Like if someone tells you it's not masculine to cry, I don't know, send them a link to my video where I call them a bitch or something. Like I need to actually record a video like that. It's gonna be very influential. Just like send a link, like you're a bitch. Yeah, you just record a video like that on YouTube for that person and just send them a link, and they will be like, what? She recorded a video to call me a really? Well, I appreciate the effort. Okay, let's see what Sufi Wisdom Oracle will advise you. And guys, I'm joking because laughter is the best healer also. So I'm not devaluing your problems because some people don't get it, obviously. So that's why I'm explaining some things. Well, reading comments sometimes, like, it's just like, my sarcasm or my joking went too far. They really believed I'm like that. Okay, well, maybe that's my fault in a way. All right. Well, if it's my fault, I definitely forgive myself. So let's see what Sufi Wisdom Oracle will tell us. Energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. I think we had it in one of the previous options. Okay, Messenger Oracle. Here are the ancient ones. For me, it's about some ancient, like for me, reading Tao Te Ching, which you can read like forever because it's very symbolic. So it's not very like, oh, this means that, and then you need to understand what means what. It's a message from a few thousand years before. So how do they pass the message for us to understand? So like reading Tao Te Ching or some, if you're connected to some ancient civilizations like Sumerians, Babylonians, ancient Egyptians. For me, also the Native Americans. I'm actually doing now a little like the messages deck of my own, but with quotes. With quotes I love, and a lot of quotes. The Czech Native American, Google it, quotes. They're like so smart. One what I just read because I'm preparing this deck now was like, be careful with the land you get. Because we don't, we don't inherit our land from our ancestors. We loan it from our children. Very smart. I mean, like the native culture of Native Americans, I feel like so sorry for what happened. It's very connected to what's going on in the world right now. So I'm not just being, demagogic. Just bullshitting, just all in the flow. So, and now Mother Earth is very angry with us for a reason. So that's why a lot of collective mother-child kind of energies are coming out, because now we kind of exceeded our Mother Earth's patience, as you can see what started happening since 2019. The wastelands. Yeah, exactly. I was talking about this. Yeah. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Yeah, guys, don't stop, but slow down. So, this process, it should be over. It's almost over. Let me check how long it... Interesting. The Chariot is reversed. Why is it reversed? So the process is not a bit you're like going and because this guy wait, I closed it. I wanted to show it to you. Wait a second, because what I noticed is the where did I put you? Chariot. So look, the reverse Chariot, he's like looking backwards. This is there is a mythology about this looking backwards where you shouldn't. Orpheus and Eurydice, if you want to, it's a myth, ancient Greek myth. Very interesting. I mean, Greek mythology, it's some kind of like psychotherapy. You know, if you read, like, you go through all these mythological stories. I mean, it's definitely better than Freudian psychoanalysis because it's just like total bullshit. So yeah, it's like you're turning back. Instead of just going in the right direction, you're turning back. You're listening to your rational mind. You're like, no, other people wouldn't do that. You know, what am I thinking about? So how could you correct this being in the flow? Interesting. Listen, reversed Ace of Cups. I perceive it in here, yeah, as emptying your emotions, releasing your negative emotions. So you have too much. I mean, it's fine, guys. Sometimes, I had like too much negativity inside of me. Yeah, well, I work with dark energies. We all have shadow sides. So like all the people who are like, oh, you also have a shadow side. You have the fucking bingo. Of course, everyone has a dark shadow side, but it's about taming it and not letting it eat people alive, you know. At least people you love, you know. People you don't, your shadow can eat them alive. I don't care, whatever. You know, so that's emptying this your love tank, because there was a bit of like tainted love energy. I mean, it's kind of tainted this attitude. We're not talking about romantic love now, guys. It's about love as, you know, way to treat yourself, way to treat everyone else, the universe, the world, like even this little table here, little flower, everything. Emptying the emotions, right? So I want just one final. This one also wants message for you. Okay, again this card, yeah. So yeah, I see. So some of the spreads I'm gonna do collect because it just maybe that's not so much of us on the channel. That's why we don't have that diverse lines of stories. But we had it already. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Something about ancient. Maybe, guys, maybe if you were working with ancestry, well, I was working a lot with it, first for myself and after with my clients. So this is something serious, and we all, most of us, guys, go through basically our personal lives, like our love lives. Before 30 years old, it's always not our personal life. It's our ancestral. So we are working out again the stories of our grandmothers, grandfathers, grandparents, someone, you know, some situations which has to be repeated to get out with a different result and different lesson. So yeah, it's just some chapter, big chapter of your ancestral work, something very deep here. So it's like kind of parent-child connected, rather. The deepest level of intimacy. I mean, like, what can be the deepest level of intimacy? What people, do you really think it's like having sex with someone, like a casual sex? No, it's mother and a child. And the last card, let's finish at this beautiful point. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. It's just my life motto for last 5 years. It works, guys. Make love to life. Love you all the best. You're gonna go through it. You're gonna do it, guys. Don't quit.